tonight with breaking news just coming in whenever it happens. Wherever you are, NBC News, streaming free now.
And then rock climbing. You're fighting gravity with only fingertips and toes.
You okay?
Omar, clip it!
Why do you fall?
At WJFW, our Newswatch 12 news team works around the clock to bring you the news that matters most of all to the North Woods. Our team is committed to the community and ensuring that you are as informed as possible. The Newswatch 12 team works hard to deliver the most important stories from around the globe, local and national sports updates, and weather reports. We are NBC Newswatch 12, news from where you live. Dan, Jessica, and Jeff bring you the news and weather from where you live weeknights.
Treating slick roadways will explain the balancing act for salting busy streets.
Plus, controversy is brewing among the Wisconsin Elections Commission. We'll hear why one member is being called on to resign.
And we're setting the record straight about the residency of Mayor Chris Hannes. We'll have the details as your local news starts right now.
Newswatch 12 with Dan Hagan, Jessica Jukic, and Conrad Sapinski.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch 12 at 6. I'm Jessica Jukic.
And I'm Dan Hagan. If you didn't have to drive last night, consider yourself lucky. Freezing rain made for extremely icy conditions.
With this brings the regular debate, how much salt should we put on our roads? Newswatch 12's Nick Van Zyl joins us now on the balancing act that local highway departments face after every winter storm.
Thanks, Jessica. According to SaltWise, just 1 teaspoon of salt can pollute 5 gallons of water. So I went to the Oneida County Highway Department to see what they've been doing to reduce their salt use. It's a balancing act for Alex Hageman, the commissioner of the Oneida County Highway Department.
All of our trucks have basically computers in the cab that all the drivers can set the rates for the salt. So we look at pounds per lane mile is how it's all programmed. Another strategy for reducing salt usage is using brine or sand in the right conditions. If you can use salt, you can use liquid brine. We try to anything 15 degrees or lower, colder, we typically switch over to sand. Allison Madison, Sustainability and Development Coordinator from Wisconsin SaltWise, shares why the switch is made when the super cold conditions arrive.
Temperatures below 15, sodium chloride is really not effective at melting. So that's when you want to switch and use like magnesium chloride or calcium chloride or other de-icers.
While Hageman did not mention magnesium chloride or calcium chloride, he did say brine not only reduces excess salt, but it's cheaper. Between $90 and $100 a ton on salt, you're seeing 50% cost savings that way. With the state and counties saving money on raw material costs, Northwoods residents can also save money while reducing their salt use.
A 12-ounce mug of salt is enough for about 10 sidewalk squares or 20 feet of driveway. SaltWise recommends shoveling and scraping sidewalks before applying salt, and when temperatures get below 15 degrees, switch to sand. For more tips on reducing salt use or for more information about SaltWise, visit their website.
Thank you, Nick. That salt is coming in handy with all the ice we've been experiencing recently.
Yeah, the last couple of days been pretty icy out there. Today, though, temperatures a little bit above freezing, but now, sun has set. We're cooling back down.
Okay, any snow in the forecast? We need it up here.
Yeah, we're actually going to get a couple of flurries tonight into tomorrow, but nothing really to accumulate to help out the snowmobiling trails. High temperatures earlier today, we're hovering at around 34, 35 for the most part in most of the areas. Look at Wausau, though, coming in at 37 degrees. So most of that snow was starting to melt, and whatever didn't melt is starting to refreeze right now as temperatures are going back down, and they're pretty much hovering close to that freezing mark at the moment. But take a look at Chicago, 47 degrees right now. They were in the 50s earlier today. Same thing in central Illinois, so really warm air has made its way all the way up even into southern Wisconsin with some of these 40s across the area. Tonight, though, this is what we're going to get. We're going to have some cloudy skies outside. We're going to have some flurries in the area. For the most part, though, we're going to be clear, but everything that is pretty much unfrozen is going to start to refreeze once again. Everything wet outside as these temperatures continue to cool off. We're going to be in those upper 20s to lower 30s overnight, so everything will be refreezing, and there will be lots of slick spots outside if you're driving or walking, especially into those morning hours by tomorrow. So be careful out there. Dan?
The Central Wisconsin Narcotics Task Force and the Marathon County Sheriff's Office recently made a drug bust, with its street value being around $40,000. On January 6th, authorities stopped a vehicle on I-39 in southern Marathon County. The driver, Jacob Gold, ignored signals to stop, and a pursuit ensued on vehicle and then by foot, before he was then taken into custody. As a result of the traffic stop, law enforcement seized around 100 grams of fentanyl and 1 gram of meth. Following the arrest, investigators executed a search warrant at Gold's house in Weston. Investigators then seized more meth and fentanyl, plus cocaine and a firearm. Gold has since been booked into the Marathon County Jail.
Governor Tony Evers has appointed a Wisconsin farmer to the Department of Natural Resources Policy Board. On Wednesday, the governor announced Paul Burr from Viroqua for the role. Burr would replace William Bruns, whose term expired at the end of 2022. He's one of Evers' appointees to the Wisconsin Technical College System Board, and Burr says he plans on resigning from that board before taking his spot on the DNR board on January 20th. His appointment is subject to approval by the state Senate, but he can still serve until a confirmation vote fails.
A Democratic member of the Wisconsin Elections Commission called for a Republican member to resign for bragging about GOP efforts to suppress votes in Milwaukee. Republican Commissioner Robert Spindle's comments were sent in an email to Republicans in the 4th Congressional District. In that email, Spindle says that Republicans, quote, can be especially proud of the city of Milwaukee casting 37,000 less votes than cast in the 2018 election, with the major reduction happening in the overwhelming black and Hispanic areas, end quote. Spindle said the effort was due to a well-thought-out, multifaceted plan. He also served as one of the 10 fake Republican electors in Wisconsin who attempted to cast electoral votes for then-President Donald Trump following the 2020 election. Spindle did not immediately return a message seeking comment from the AP.
The retrial of a Wisconsin man accused of killing his wife with antifreeze in 1998 began today. 63-year-old Mark Jensen was convicted in 2008 of killing his wife Julie at their home in Kenosha County. He was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. In 2021, the Wisconsin Supreme Court ruled Jensen deserved a new trial, which is happening now. Prosecutors allege he poisoned his wife with antifreeze in December 1998, drugged her with the sleeping medication, and suffocated her to death over a 3-day period. The defense says Julie was depressed and killed herself after framing her husband with a note. Jensen has maintained his innocence.
The local foundation is giving back to Northwood students. The Park City Cares Foundation recently approved more than $7,000 in grants for local technical colleges and awarded scholarships for high school students. That includes $3,400 to North Central Tech College. The money will be used to purchase a desktop manufacturing machine. They also gave $1,200 to the Lincoln County 4-H and $2,400, more than that even, to the Rhinelander Fab Lab. They will use the money to purchase a 3D printer and filament there.
It was brought to Newswatch 12's attention about a week ago that there was a possibility Rhinelander Mayor Chris Hannes is living in the town of Crescent and not the city which he represents. If true, those claims could be substantial because city ordinance requires residency. When searching on Oneida County's GIS mapping tool, records show a property in Hannes's name in Crescent. Hannes says that property is not even occupiable at this time and that he lives in a property owned by his property service company.
I got a property I own up in Mercer in Union County. I got about 10 I own in the city of Rhinelander. So if their logic is find a property I own and say I live there, well, they have a lot to pick from.
He says any claims that he does not live in the city are false, and that part of the confusion could be because the city's website previously listed his residence as City Hall. A chemical plant caught fire near Chicago today. We'll tell you how officials responded.
And a woman's dog was stolen, and she knows who did it. Coming up after the break, we'll tell you how they hope to recover the missing animal. After Weather with Conrad, right here on Newswatch 12.
With 6 crunchy beef tacos plus a pound of potato olays, our 6-pack in a pound is perfect for date night, movie night, 1,000-piece puzzle night, camping, tailgates, or any day that ends in Y.
Get $2 off the 6-pack in a pound, only from Taco John's.
Now get an Escape, Edge, or Explorer SUV with 0% APR financing for 36 months, only at your Wisconsin and UP4 dealers.
As a nurse, your capacity to give is superhuman until it's not. These days, nearly every nurse is exhausted. You deserve an employer who shares your passion for keeping people healthy, including you. Join Peter Christensen Health Center today. Work fewer hours, enjoy regular schedules, rebalance your life with your passion. Your loved ones will thank you. Your new healthcare team will appreciate you. And your new patients will be grateful for you. Quit the chaos. Be your best self. Join us today.
Upgrade your home with new flooring from Tarkett. Choose from our huge selection of Tarkett waterproof, easy-to-install sheet vinyl that stands up to everyday life. Save big money on Tarkett sheet vinyl flooring. Change the look of your home with easy-to-install Great Lakes vinyl plank flooring. It's both waterproof and durable to stand up to whatever life throws at it. Save big on Great Lakes vinyl planks. Get yours today at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The Northwoods provides plenty of beauty year-round, and the weather events that develop can produce some amazing photos. Submit yours online at WJFW's weather photo section on the website to share with the WJFW weather team.
And welcome back, everyone. Another slippery day outside today. Most of that freezing rain and a couple of flurries we had earlier today is starting to move out of the region. Finally, most of the area is starting to clear up right now. Green Bay still has a couple of sprinkles in the region. Overall, though, this low pressure system is starting to move out of the area, even out of Michigan. So it's quickly starting to move out and about into Canada. It is a very weak and a pretty quick moving low pressure system. Our next chances is tomorrow. So by tomorrow, we'll have a couple of flurries still lingering in the area. And then Friday into Saturday, we're going to be in the clear. Still some clouds lingering across the Northwoods. Sunday, though, we'll have increase in cloud cover Monday into Tuesday. That's when it gets very interesting. We'll have another low pressure system moving in. This one's going to be a little bit more south of the Chicago area. That means more of a rain and snow mix for us. Monday into Tuesday, then Wednesday on the back end. As temperatures start to cool off back into the 20s and 30s, that's when we start to transition a little bit of snow. But the next couple of days, especially tonight into tomorrow, we'll have a couple of flurries. We're thinking maybe a trace, a half an inch at most in some locations. But with these temperatures pretty much hovering close to the freezing mark, I don't see locations really getting a half an inch of snow. So maybe a trace at most. Right now, we do have around 8 inches of snowfall on the ground here in town, 5 inches out in Wausau. But take a look just south and east. These lighter blue colors, that's pretty much a trace of snow. So not much snow pretty much by Green Bay area. Same thing by Milwaukee. Madison is coming in with pretty much zero snowfall on the ground. Maybe a trace at most on some grassy surfaces. Overall, though, temperatures are pretty mild. Even Florida and Texas are back into those beach weather 80s outside. For us, though, most of that warm air continued to move up north. As it did, though, of course, it mixed in with a little bit of cooler air. But still, look at Chicago, 47 degrees. As it is very, very warm for this time of year. They even had some 50s earlier today. Even in the Northwoods, we had well above freezing temperatures. We were even in those mid to even upper 30s in some spots. Here in Rhinelander, though, we were hovering in those mid 30s. Right now, we're hovering at around 32. So everything that was wet and that started to melt earlier today Guess what happened? Now it's starting to refreeze. Temperatures are starting to cool off. We're at that freezing mark right now. And then once we dip slightly below freezing in the next couple of hours, that's when things are going to start to refreeze. Take a look at the next several days. So tomorrow, though, we're going to have temperatures close to freezing, hovering slightly below those, so still 31, creating slick conditions. Friday into Saturday, temperatures will be a bit cooler. Look what happens by Sunday into Monday. Once again, we ride that roller coaster up. Temperatures will be above freezing, so Monday into Tuesday, we'll have another wintry mess in the region. Tonight, though, temperatures will be hovering in those upper 20s. Cloudy skies in the region. Couple of flurries will be lingering. Overall, though, mostly clear. Tomorrow, though, temperatures will be hovering around 31 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, a couple of flurries. This will be very light and scattered all across Wisconsin. Our 7-day outlook brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress does show lots of sunshine Friday into Saturday. Cooler temperatures sticking around Sunday into Monday, though. That next low pressure system starts to move in. Warmer temperatures, though, back into the 30s. Dan?
Fire and explosions at a chemical plant forced evacuations in LaSalle, Illinois this afternoon. Aerials from the scene show thick plumes of heavy smoke pouring from a facility. A 4-alarm fire ensued after an explosion in a shipping container at Karis Chemical Plant. Firefighters fought the fire from the air and the ground. Authorities warned residents to stay away from a green substance that had been released into the air as a result of the explosion. It's unclear as to what caused the incident. The owner of a dog that was stolen on Halloween continues to search for her beloved pet. And authorities in Dane County say they know who took it.
That knowledge has yet to lead to the missing animal. Tony Galley reports on one dog owner's frustration and hope.
Linnea Sandlin has lived here near Sun Prairie with her little rat terrier, Simon. It's a dog she's had for 6 years. She says last fall her lease terms changed, barring pets. And authorities say her landlords made sure that Simon would never be here again.
My night is the hardest time at night because I'm just so used to Simon sleeping with me, being there with me, be playing, you know.
Sarah Engeseth and Susan Haas are charged with felony theft for stealing Simon. Here at this business, Linnea Sandlin says a friend was temporarily watching Simon so he would be outside of her apartment. But authorities say the landlords came here and demanded that the dog be turned over to them. Authorities say Haas maintained she brought the 14-pound rat terrier to the Dane County Humane Society, where she said it jumped out of her car and ran off.
I think something else happened and they're not telling me, honestly. That's just my gut feeling.
Since Simon's departure, this dog owner's put his photos on social media.
He smiles. There's so much about him that's just, we can't replace it.
Hoping upon hope to see him again.
As day and day goes by, your hope gets smaller and smaller, but I do pray and pray he's okay at least.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's $14 million sell-off is happening now. Millions of dollars worth of product arrived late to our warehouse and must be sold. Save as much as 85% off while it lasts. Plus, get 60-month special financing store-wide at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Oh, that spin class was brutal. Well, you can try using the Buick's massaging seat. Ooh, yeah, that's nice.
Can I use Apple CarPlay to put some music on?
Sure, it's wireless.
What's your Buick's Wi-Fi password?
It's Buick Envision. That's a really tight spot. I used to hate parallel parking.
Me too.
The Buick Envision, built around you, all of you.
Get 3.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days on Buick SUV models.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
In the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
There's a reason we're called People's State Bank and not the first bank of this or the big bank of that. It's because we share this community and the values that make it better and dream that our kids and yours will grow up happy. We know these roads as well as you do, And we're glad to travel them with you. When you think about it, it's really pretty simple. We're your kind of people. We just happen to be bankers. And that, more than anything, is what brings us together.
Zabel Door Company is expanding to better serve our customers and will be moving to the west side of Merrill in the near future. Don't get mad. Call Zabel's. Zabel's Door Company in Merrill knows a small accident can disrupt the security and function of your home. That's why Zabel's can be at your home within 24 hours for emergency service. Our trained technicians are ready to assist you if any emergency occurs to get your home back to normal. Don't get mad. Call Zabel's.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's $14 million sell-off is happening now. Millions of dollars worth of product arrived late and must be sold. Whirlpool microwaves now just $199. Amana washer and dryer pairs now just $9.99. Happening now at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Looking at a carton of eggs in a grocery store can lead to some sticker shock, if they're even there at all.
And it's not just the avian flu that's pushing wholesale prices to record highs. Cole Higgins explains what's behind the soaring prices and empty egg shelves.
Eggflation hitting shoppers at grocery stores nationwide. A shortage of eggs resulting in empty shelves and forcing consumers to shell out more cash for those hard-to-find egg cartons.
I've noticed it being $1 a dozen to now $5 a dozen. Definitely the prices have went from comfortability to not.
According to the food market data company Ernerberry, as of Tuesday, January 10th, the average price for eggs was $4.33 per dozen. This time last year, that price was around $1.33. And that's forcing businesses to pass on the higher costs to consumers.
Prices has just quadrupled. It's just amazing.
So what's behind the higher costs? An avian flu that's wiped out egg-producing hens, leading to a major supply squeeze. According to the USDA, about 60 million birds are gone because of the disease so far, as farmers across the country have had to destroy entire flocks of chickens if one or more test positive for the avian flu.
18 eggs some days when we were usually getting, 15 to 18 dozen this time last year.
And on top of all that, higher prices for transportation, feed, and energy for producers are also forcing egg providers to raise prices. And experts from research firm IRI say it could take several months for production to return to normal. Experts say to avoid scrambling to find eggs, avoid shopping on Sunday night or Monday mornings, since most stores restock overnight during the week. For Consumer Watch, I'm Cole Higgins.
Parents are supposed to grow old, but as we know, that doesn't always happen. The Newswatch 12 team has had heavy hearts the last few weeks after our morning anchor, Jackie Smith, lost her father, who she called her best friend.
Jackie is in her hometown of Spokane, Washington right now, and last night she spoke at the celebration of life for her dad, Jack. Let's take a listen and keep Jackie and her mom in your thoughts this evening.
I'm so lucky that my dad was my dad. I'm going to miss him so much, but I'm so grateful for the time we had together. I hate that I can't talk to him anymore, and I can't have one more pep talk or one more chat with my dad. Scared that I'll forget what his hug feels like. Scared that I won't remember what he sounds like so easily. And scared for the first day that goes by where I won't think of him. I know he's going to want me to keep my head high. I know he's going to want me to keep going on with my life, so I'm going to try, even though being without him is the hardest thing I'm ever going to have to face. I love you, Dad, now and forever.
We love you, Jackie.
Can we really trust him with a car?
Of course we can, Lindsay, with AAA auto insurance.
Wait, AAA has auto insurance?
We do home insurance, too.
Switch and save on AAA auto insurance and expect something more.
Hepatitis C? Don't just treat it. Crush it with Maverick.
Conquer it with Maverick.
Cure it with Maverick. Maverick cures all types of Hep C.
In only 8 weeks.
The virus multiplies daily and can damage the liver over time. Maverick stops Hep C and cures it. If you've had hepatitis B, it may flare up and cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you've had Hep B, a liver or kidney transplant, other liver problems, HIV, other medical conditions, and all your medicines. Do not take Maverick with atazanavir or rifampin. Report right away yellow skin, stomach pain or swelling, confusion and bleeding or bruising.
Hep C? Crush it with Maverick.
Conquer it.
Cure it in only 8 weeks. See Hep C gone. with Maverick.
Ask your doctor about Maverick. AbbVie could help you save.
Come see the fresh changes Woodland Creek Furniture has made to its showrooms. There's an ever-changing selection of unique furniture, much of which is made at Woodland Creek's own facility right here in northern Michigan. Did you know we build custom dining tables, vanities, beds, consoles, and more? New nature-inspired accessories are arriving daily, from lighting and lamps to wall art and rugs. You are bound to find that special accent for your home or office. See hundreds of exclusive designs available only at Woodland Creek in Minocqua.
This January, you can win cash and a trip to the destination of your choice during the Dollars and Destinations event at Menominee Casino Resort. Earn entries all week for Saturday drawings to win your share of over $34,000 in cash, $3,000 travel voucher, and $500 worth of spending money. Look for more great winning opportunities all month long with our weekday promotions and events at MenomineeCasinoResort.com. Menominee Casino Resort. Find your win.
In Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor. My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
DAV helps more than 1 million veterans every year. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Can we really trust him with a car?
Of course we can, Lindsay, with AAA auto insurance.
Wait, AAA has auto insurance?
We do home insurance, too.
Switch and save on AAA auto insurance and expect something more.
You're watching NBC 12, your home for dramas, game shows, comedies, and sports. NBC 12, from where you live.
As temperatures continue to cool off, be careful out there and stay safe because it is going to get very slick outside.
Thank you, Conrad. We'll see you back here at 10.
Okay.
Mr. Food Test Kitchen is brought to you by Golden Carrot Jewelers.
What do you say I share a recipe with you that in the past you may have been intimidated by? It's risotto, and it originates in northern Italy. Over the years, it's become crazy popular here in the States. And once you find out how easy it is to make, you'll wonder,